It's our second day here in Kansas, second hunting day anyway. And while we were out here in October, we were hunting this specific farm for a couple different bucks that actually several of them have gotten killed since then, but there's still a couple good deer left in this particular area. And before we left, we had picked out a spot or a tree literally via onX Maps because we were hunting over in a corner here, and this is an entire bedding area, really awesome bedding area that has a little strip finger of timber that goes through a cow pasture basically and feeds out into a huge winter wheat field. And December in Kansas, a lot of these deer are hitting winter wheat fields. That's their go-to food source. And a lot of these deer are coming from numerous bedding areas, but this one main one in particular, they work this finger. Actually, it's like pin oak trees in October. They were all up through this finger eating acorns as they were going out to other fields to eat. But they're using this finger a ton. The problem with it was in October is a lot of the trees are in this low area. This pasture has grass that's up higher, and the finger of woods is in a creek bottom that's lower that runs through literally the whole section of property. So if you want to get in a tree, you got to be lower in here. Well, that's how we were hunting in October. Well, there's a pond on this property that's literally got this berm. I think it almost looks like a man-made pond for the cattle because there's a berm on the one side of it that's up probably 8 to 10 feet higher than everything else. And right on the end of it, there's a couple cedar trees and a different tree that's up on a high point. This is exactly where you need to be to have a visual on this entire bedding area with a south wind. You can walk in from the road and everything's in your face. You can see everything in front of you and still be able to catch all these deer working this finger perfectly out to this winter wheat field. So you can see on the map, I love the 3D feature on onX, and you put the exaggeration up all the way so that you can really see all the elevation changes, and you can see it perfectly right here. Look at this pond, and you got this whole little ridge that runs on the back side of it. That tree is, boom, right here on the end of it. These deer love to come out of this bed that's below, and they work this low area right out to the winter wheat. So being right above them, your wind's going to be better, your viewage is going to be better. You have the full advantage being up on this little knoll here. And Dave and I are going to get ready and go hang a stand in that tree. We had it planned out a month and a half ago. We just needed the right deer to be in here. We put a camera out, some tall tine in this spot 2 days ago, and one of the deer that was here in October, a beautiful 6x5, we just named him Scott. And he showed up on camera last night and was in there early this morning, not in shooting light, but we suspect he went into this bedding area. We're going to go hang a stand, perfect south wind for tonight, and we're going to try to ambush him coming back to the winter wheat tonight. So got the jitters. It's a game. The game plan is on. We used onX to plan the whole thing, and we're going to go execute. This is the tree that we picked out on onX for a reason. Look at this. We're just surrounded with a little clump of cedars right here. This is that pond. All bedding area up there. And you can just see as you come up right here, this is it's a berm. And drops right off into the creek right there. And this tree is on a high point. It's going to be tough to get in here because there's so many shoots that come off this tree, and it's going to be tight in there, but I think it's where we need to be. We're going to have to try it here.
Start with a stick right here, like this.
Yeah.
And then go here. And then you're going to have to get up this.
I don't care where they are in there, as long as you can hop to it and get into wherever we want to face it.
Yeah. I think we got to get a couple sticks up and just see, once you get up in there,
Yeah.
You could then assess it a little bit better.
Guys, this is my favorite way to hunt right here.
you can find an ambush like this little high-rise surrounded by cedars. You could have deer 30 yards away and potentially get out of the tree and sneak out on the backside of this pond. And we would have never gotten this stand in this tree without XOP setup. And this thing's going, these sticks are going every which way, and this tree is leaning back a ton, which I like. I like your weight leaning back as opposed to forward, but the leveling system on these XOPs makes it literally perfect on this angled tree. And I can see the whole line of this bedding area. Like when we hunted here in October down in the creek bottom right below us, you couldn't see, there was just too much blocking. You couldn't see it, and now you can. So we got this stand up quick. I'm gonna get my tree arm base, 4th arrow tree arm all in here, get my stuff set up so I can just slip in and enjoy this sit. I'm excited about this. This is awesome, freaking awesome.
Oh, that was efficient. That was efficient, and that was about, that might be one of the best spots that we've ever hung, ever.
Seriously.
Like, that is Kansas to a T, and this access is unreal. Look at this access. You stay on the high side of this pond dam, and all these cedars are blocking you from where the deer are going, and there's no leaves up here, so it's dead. It's dead quiet. Like, everything about that spot is unreal. And the deer, you can see there's track all through here because they're coming to get a drink. This is the only water source, or one of the few water sources that you've got around here. So unbelievable, awesome spot. That was a money set, money execution. We're gonna go out and get some lunch, and I'm excited for tonight. That I will tell you, I am very excited for tonight.
All right, nation, we're lickety splitting tonight, and I feel really good about both of our situations we got going on. 2 completely different hunts. Dave's slipping into a blind, which is freaking badass, and there is like literally a handful of shooters in the area, and we just hung a sick XOP eagle's nest in a property we were hunting in October quite a bit. So both got some nice deer. We got awesome setups, for the win. Just, we're prepared. We're gonna go in and enjoy the night. Sucks we're not hunting together, but that's why we're hunting separately, so hopefully we can hunt together sooner.
Than later.
Sooner than later.
No, tonight's, I like our plan tonight. I liked it last night, but tonight we're meant to be separated together in spirit and headed towards one common goal, and that is to put a tag on a majestic Kansas whitetail. And I think we got 2 great opportunities. Like Dean said, 2 completely different setups. Dean's gonna be able to see a country mile, but he's also right next to the bedding area and in the chips, and I am in a little bit more of tight quarters, but also right next to the bedding area, and literally, you know, steps away from one of these bucks, just taking a walk. Wind's perfect, and I feel good.
Got a little overcast today. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the sunshine. I think the deer like the sunshine, but it is, when you're in a tree, it is a little difficult to move when you're getting pelted by the sun, and with no leaves on the trees. It's pretty common at this time of year. So, like the day, feels bucky.
Kill one.
Is that a word? Let's go. Let's go.
so quick. I just got set up in here. And I already had a buck run into me. Came out of the bedding area perfect. 30 yards. Gotta hope our big guy does it. Scotty. Didn't even have time to do an interview, guys. This wind, this setup tonight is so incredible. Wind is just blowing right over this pond. It is absolutely perfect. I'm up on a high point. I feel like I could dance up here with this wind, and this deer is not going to look up here. It's just a perfect spot. Dave's going to be in an awesome blind. Feels good tonight. It's like 50, low 50s right now, but it feels a little chillier with this breeze and overcast. Come on, baby. This is a Kansas spot. Let's go.
Well, we're about 20-25 minutes from sunset, so we got about an hour left. Well, a little less than an hour left, I should say. Still waiting to see my first deer. Got a little possum out in front of here. Cameras are starting to pop off a little bit, so with any luck, we'll see one soon. As y'all can tell, I'm a little under the weather. My congestion is killing me, and I keep having these little, like, coughing spells. That's not good for hunting at all. Oh, I see deer. See, just had to talk about deer. And then we start seeing deer. Oh, buck. What deer is that? That's a good buck. I think it's at 10 point. Holy shit. I'm gonna get tempted. Oh boy. It's about to get wild out here, guys. It's about to get a little wild. I don't think I'm going to shoot this deer, but there was multiple deer in there, though. Where's he going? Oh boy. Jump the fence. Shit, this deer's like 30 yards. This is gonna be absolutely insane.
spotted that nice mature half rack. Well, he's not a half rack, he's just busted up. He's making his way to me. There was another buck right before him that went to the right. I couldn't tell which deer it was. This half rack coming in, there's another 8-point off to the field behind me. Looks like that deer wants to go his direction. Got a couple small bucks and a couple doe around me now, but gonna slowly wrap up and see if I can sneak on. Nice night to sit.